Hey guys! I just love this time of year. The many things that I like to do, which I talked about in my last video, is to give to people that I don't know. And to make sure that you guys aren't being gypped on me telling you guys to go and do a mission and then me not doing it, I have proof. I took off of a tree this little angel boy, and it's being sponsored by Salvation Army and in my local area. And I got a little boy who is 9 years old and he wanted Star Wars. So for this Christmas, I got him a lightsaber! So, I'm sure you guys have it in all of your areas, so if this is one of those things that you want to do, that's a cool thing to do. One thing I really think is really awesome about Christmases is that you have a different experience every year on the same holiday. And you might share that experience with your family, but it's always different for you. I always had Christmas with my immediate family because we were never really close enough to have Christmas with a big group of our family, like my aunts and my uncles, my grandparents. So it was always just like my close family, my parents and my sisters. A couple of the things that are traditions in my family for Christmas are cookies. We make these really awesome cookies. They're sugar cookies that my mom's made forever and ever and ever. And I remember every time I smell those cookies, I think of Christmas. Another thing is that every year my mom brings us out and we buy ornaments. And for a long time, I didn't know why we were doing it, but she got us ornaments every single year so that when we move out of the house, we were able to take our ornaments with us and we will have a tree. We'll have ornaments that will be able to cover a tree, or for the most part, you know? And I'm so thankful that my mother started it when we were younger. One of my most memorable Christmases, and it was because we didn't spend it at home. We actually went to the Philippines to visit my father's family. And it was the first and only time I've been to the Philippines, but I was 7 years old. I remember being really frightened because I wasn't sure if Santa was going to be able to find us in the Philippines. Thoroughly convinced that Santa was going to get lost and he was going to bring the presents to my house back at home, and he was going to totally miss us in the Philippines. Terrified me. Absolutely terrified me as a child. But my mother assured me, no, Santa knows. He knows when you were sleeping, he knows when you're awake, so obviously he knows where you're going to be on Christmas night. The other Christmas that was most memorable for me is when I was 10 years old, almost 11, and I got a Nintendo Pokemon Yellow. It was the coolest thing because I had just started getting into the series. I was 10 years old myself, and Yellow came out, and I was psyched. Hence my absolute obsession with Pikachu. Another thing my family does at Christmas, which we never really did as kids because we had different houses that we lived in, but now that we have a more stable house, we've been putting up Christmas lights. That was a terrifying experience. My roof doesn't slant slightly anymore, which it did before. We got a new house, so it's like this. So I'm like on the top of the roof. It's freaking scary. One is on the top of the roof. She's freaking scared. There's Mama and Alex and Papa. It was the most terrifying experience I've ever had because it felt like you were going to fall off at any moment, but I did it anyway, and the lights look awesome, and yeah. So what sort of things do you do around Christmas? Do you do traditions? Do you make gingerbread houses? Do you open some Christmas presents on Christmas Eve and not Christmas Day? Go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear about what you guys do for Christmas. And I will see you next week for another Denver White YouTube channel vlog. And I hope you guys are having a great day in your part of the world. And have a silent night. See ya. Now would be a really bad time for us to have an earthquake. We'd be like, earthquake. We're okay though, because I just faked it.